boarding or just kind of going nowhere?
Yeah, I'm just China to 3.
Champlain College Online has
the man with every device, every technology overflow over here, just going live from my car. I got a couple devices going in the car, so I got the old UNRIG phone channel, and obviously you see him on the psychic LARP UNRIG, baby. Titus Frost isn't gonna like this one. And I know yesterday in the chat those clowns were talking about me going to see my solicitor, but it's a barrister, clowns, not a solicitor. And you better be careful, because this is civil law over here. This ain't no communal law system. So keep playing, and I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing, which is going live from my car, like better than Titus Frost. Friggin' little bit of traffic here, going east on the 40. Not just a little bit of traffic, a lot of traffic. But I guess that's how it goes. It's raining here in Montreal today. Turn off my stereo. Yeah, I was just listening to the stereo, and I was just listening to my stereo in Vermont. Holy smokes, there's a whole I guess there's a traffic jam here on the 440 East over near St. Laurent Boulevard. So we got 4 people seeing. This is a live chat, live from the car, folks. So yes, everything's possible. Technology, man, one step ahead of the competition. If you want to go leaps and bounds over here on YouTube, man, forget about listening to anything that anyone tells you about making your channel better. Just buy a very recent Apple iPhone and a bunch of other technology and get a full-blown data package on your phones, and you can overwhelm most people that have been here for 10 years with about $500. Well, I guess a cell phone's like about $800, but most cell phones, you know, if you take a 2-year plan and you just pay the bill on time, the cell phone's free, for Pete's sakes. So this is like the slowest road, man. I guess somebody must have had an accident. Poor thing. Good thing I left a half hour ahead. So I'm gonna install text-to-speech probably later on today, or maybe over the weekend. That way, when I'm riding in my car, I can hear all these amazing people that join the chat that my text-to-speech will let me know. So, seems like people are working their little traffic jam out here and getting by the problems. But, yeah, so I was mentioning, you know, in my chat last night, I had people saying that, what about my solicitor and this and that, man? It's barrister, man. You better check your facts, man. You better check your dictionary, man, see the differences, man. Whatever, a solicitor, man, that's some dude coming to your house trying to sell you Tupperware, man. What the hell would China to 3 have to do with Tupperware? So, just wanted to make that quick correction while I was live here, traveling in my, in the car that I own, that I didn't buy on donations, and I didn't, it ain't a caravan, so, nothing but traffic and everybody that's cutting around, and let me tell you, when you're in traffic and you start dodging lanes, you don't really go further any faster, because that's what traffic's all about. But if you see a huge fruit truck pass you, man, you know you might be in the wrong lane. Oh, because his lane becomes my lane. That's the thing. So, yo, 8 people. So what's it feel like, man, going live in the old China the 3-mobile, man, the Scooby-Doo truck, the Mr. Mobile? Did everyone check out Scooby Doom's channel where he's got this new thing? I think it's Friday today, so the guy's going to be doing his we're going to have a vote. We're going to see who wins this week's prize for the lousiest LARP. And let me tell you, if you just point out how lousy they are at LARPs, you know, 2-3 days a week before the weekend, their LARP game's going to be over, man. Ain't nobody going to hire them. LARPing's a specialty. Basically, got to get over on people, so you got to somehow be in with them while you're getting over on them. What the heck is this becoming here? Jesus, Murphy. It's like I'm in 2 lanes. So, yeah, I can't really read the chat because I don't want to break the law like the Fango. I was just testing out if I could go live on my hotspot, you know, from my cell phone to my iPad, and what type of damage I could do with this live streaming from my car, you know. I could put a sticker on my car and I'd be like, I'm with YouTube. And I show up on scene, you know, just get one of those police scanners and friggin' stake out, you know, and just wait for the police scanner to go off, and then, you know, try and be there at the same time and be the news, man. Be the news on the spot, man. Google's gonna love that. Frig. Full-blown news channel on the Google servers when they're selling news now. That's gonna work. But, yeah, so I want to apologize for the stream last night. There was a lot of turmoil in the stream, and people that don't understand that I'm being trolled, and that, you know, and that can't recognize that there's a guy that impersonates 5-6 channels and trolls people, you know, pretty much criminally. But, you know, if I get upset, and I get upset at different people, and he's triggering me, he knows who he's triggering me with. So, that's on you, man. You might as well, everybody around Monograph better smarten up their act, because he's feeding you guys to the wolves. And if I'm doing a live stream and he comes in as an imposter Gandalf the White account, well, I don't care, because, you know, I don't have any problem about talking about my interactions with Gandalf the White at all. And I think it shows, you know, that the guy's, you know, a little bit mysterious with his pitch to everyone that they should be LARPing, that they're Sasquatch and that they're flat Earth. And the reason they do all these things is because they want you to make content where they can have you saying and doing things that they can show to people, like what I do. Look, it's in their own words. They're basically nuts. And then I show the people, and that's my job is done, man. I just sit back and let people watch the video of them saying a bunch of crazy things online, and then 2 weeks, 3 weeks later, they try and undo, so they take down their videos and say a whole bunch of other crazier things. But I still have the old videos from 2 years ago, so I start dropping videos, you know, a couple days apart, showing you a 2-year timeline, and it's just them talking and being nuts, and it's a presto magic, man. It's a done deal for that guy. And even though they stick around and they call me names and they you know, they pretend. They pretend like they're not affected. Well, that ain't true. If they weren't affected, they would just all move on and ignore me. Like I ignore them when they're trying to be, you know, cutards and such. I got this guy coming out my left. Sorry, I gotta take a few. Montreal's got heavy traffic, but I want to turn on St. Urbain Street, so I'm going to have to turn into this gas station behind this truck. Oh man, there's a guy with a motorcycle and 2 bicycles on a trailer. I mean, that's, you gotta like biking if you're riding a motorcycle with your wife and you're pulling a trailer and you got 2 bicycles on top of the trailer and it's a motorcycle. I mean, and it's raining out, so those two clowns better just stay there with their friggin' getaway, their RV moto. I mean, you want to take some good advice from a guy that rides motorcycles. Don't hook a freaking trailer to the back of it and some bicycles. Okay, that's not what a motorcycle's for. Anytime you're gonna pull something, you should have 4 tires and not 2. That's not how, you know. And then basically, we're in one of the nicer areas of Montreal now. But yeah, so it's wonderful, man. So yeah, apologizing for this night. So it went off the rails a bit, and the whole thing about me, I'm going to talk about, but they want to talk about it in some kind of a sequence. That's for me is, you know, if you allow yourself to be manipulated by faceless, nameless, there you go, man. I mean, when are you waiting for me to show you something, or for him to show you something he did that was good on his website that actually helped people and didn't just help his pockets and the company, whatever one it is that he works for? That I obviously don't know that information. That would be the best information for me to know, man. That would make my whole summer if I could find out who exactly is paying Monograph to be on YouTube. And because that's what, you know, that's what being a grown man is about, is responsibility. So, obviously someone that's acting as crazy as that guy for 10 years has derived some kind of way to protect himself, to shield himself, to shelter himself from liability. But let me promise you, his employer hasn't. And I don't know, man. My 15 subs during the day is a blessing, and if 5 of them are trolls, and if you see there's a whole bunch of weird names in the comment section saying crazy things, well, don't just believe that it's the person that they say it is. Because most likely, if you're seeing comments under my videos, and it's like big channels like Richie from Boston 3, they're not commenting on my content. They're not even provoking me, not one bit. They're just letting me do what I'm gonna do and seeing how it ends up. And but when you're seeing people, you know, like low balls like Hasdeck and Game Over and that other joker, Gandalf, well, and Laz, well, those aren't even all-stars. Those guys aren't even good at clowning people. You know, when you see Tay Smalls and a bunch of Christian ladies trolling me, I mean, there's something wrong with that whole measure. If you're gonna do things like that and then pull the Jesus card, well, I don't do that. And so I'm almost arrived, folks, at my destination. We went live all on the old cell. It was a lot of fun. And I'll come back on probably tonight around sometime around 3 a.m. trying to keep the 60-year-olds out of bed, keep them up. They're not going to last long if they follow me around the internet, because they're going to do like 16-hour days on the weekend, and they're going to be haggard, duck-feathered hair by friggin' Monday. So thank you, folks, for tuning in. I'll go through and read the chat later on tonight. I'll read the chat later on tonight when I leave my appointment. And man, it's Friday. Everybody try and have a good time today, and don't get caught up with the scumbaggery in the United States, the failed YouTube community. And if you wake up in the middle of the night, you'll meet a bunch of nice people from yeah, I guess I could park in there. You'll meet a bunch of nice people from the EU, or not from the EU, from United Kingdom, so from Scotland, from England, from Ireland, and yeah, it's been a great pleasure doing this first live stream from my car. Hey, how are you, sir? So, you see that? People like me monograph. Even when I just arrive at a place and I park my car, man, people are waving at me in the street, man. I should have brought him a coffee. I don't even know the guy. God bless everyone, and if you show up places and people don't know you and you start giving out coffees, holy smokes, man. Don't tell them you're on YouTube, whatever you do after you do something like that. So, thanks for watching. Have a nice day, guys, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.